Gemini, God wants you to visit a new place. It will be the greatest gift of your life. Life has a funny way of guiding us toward the unknown, towards changes that feel like they are meant to happen, destined, even. You've felt that restlessness, haven't you? That quiet yearning deep within you, as though something is missing, or that you are somehow out of place. It's as if your soul is calling you to a different place, a new beginning that feels both exciting and overwhelming at the same time. What you may not yet realize is that this sense of discontent isn't random, it's a divine call. God is opening a door for you, Gemini, and all you need to do is walk through it. There's a place waiting for you, a specific destination, chosen just for you by a higher power. This isn't just about changing your environment or relocating. It's about undergoing a transformation that will touch every fiber of your being. You are about to step into a chapter of your life that will unveil your true potential, reconnect you to your purpose, and bring you closer to the fulfillment you've been seeking. Are you ready to trust in the divine plan, even if it means leaving behind the comfort of the familiar? In this moment, Gemini, the universe is calling you to a new location, not just a new address, but a new life, a fresh start. And this place, once you find it, will become a source of profound transformation. This isn't just another step in your journey. It's the next chapter of your destiny. You've been waiting for this, even if you didn't know it yet. Stay with me, and together we'll uncover the signs leading you to this sacred place where your soul will finally find peace, purpose, and fulfillment. Gate 1. The call to a new beginning. Gemini, if you're watching this, chances are you've been feeling an undeniable restlessness within you, a quiet yearning that something is missing, or perhaps you've been wondering if your current life aligns with the truth of who you are. Have you felt like there's more out there for you? Something greater that awaits, but you can't quite put your finger on it? This sense of dissatisfaction is not a random feeling, Gemini. This is your spirit responding to the divine call that has been placed within you, urging you to step into your destined path. You may not fully understand it yet, but this is not just a fleeting feeling. This is something much deeper, a spiritual awakening guiding you to the next chapter of your life. And that next chapter is directly connected to a place, one specific location that holds the key to unlocking your future, a sacred destination that has been chosen just for you. This is not simply about relocating from one place to another. It's about embarking on a journey that will completely transform the course of your life. This place, chosen by the divine, is where your true self will emerge, where everything that's been holding you back will dissolve, and where your soul will align with its true purpose. Trust me, Gemini, this is a turning point, a divine opportunity to step into the life you were always meant to lead. And this is the moment that the universe is guiding you toward it, a call you can't ignore. Think back to a time in your life when you felt a pull toward something you couldn't quite explain. Maybe it was a desire to travel to a new place, or perhaps a feeling that there was more out there for you. For example, let me tell you the story of Jenna, a woman I met several years ago who embodies the restless energy I'm speaking of. Jenna, a Gemini like you, had always been an adventurous spirit. She had lived in the same city all her life, surrounded by the comfort of family and friends. On the surface, her life seemed perfect. She had a good job, a close-knit circle of friends, and a supportive family. But Jenna felt something deep inside her, a quiet but persistent tug, telling her that she wasn't meant to stay where she was. She couldn't explain it. Her life was fine, even good, but her soul yearned for something more. One evening, while attending a conference in a city she'd never been to before, Jenna had a moment that changed her life. As she walked down a quiet street, she felt an overwhelming sense of peace and alignment. It was as if the entire universe had conspired to bring her to this place. She didn't know why, but she just knew that this was where she was meant to be. That night, Jenna couldn't sleep. She was overwhelmed by a deep knowing, a sense of purpose that she couldn't shake. And when she returned home, the feelings of restlessness only intensified. She couldn't ignore the pull anymore. This was the call she had been waiting for, the place she was meant to be. Within months, Jenna packed up her life and moved to that city. She followed her intuition, and it was there that she found the career she truly loved, a community that felt like home, and a deep sense of fulfillment that had always been missing. Jenna's story is not unique. Many people, especially those with your soul's energy, have experienced a similar call, a pull to a place, a location, a community that seems to resonate with them on a spiritual level. You've likely felt this too, Gemini, whether in the form of recurring dreams about a certain place or an inexplicable attraction to a city, country, or neighborhood you've never visited. These are the signs, the universe's way of whispering to you, telling you that your next step is waiting in a specific location. The divine plan for you. But here's the thing, Gemini, the place that is being called to you is not just about physical relocation. It is part of a much bigger plan, one that was set in motion long before you ever knew it. There is a reason why you felt out of alignment, a reason why you've sensed that something is missing. The divine energy of this place is calling you home. Think about it for a moment. Have you ever visited a place that made you feel like you were in the right place, even though you had never been there before? Or have you ever had a strong emotional reaction to a location that felt like you were meant to be there, though you didn't know why? It's as if the place itself is calling to you, aligning with your energy and resonating with your soul's purpose. I'm talking about a place where you feel at peace, where you feel like you've found your true home. Let me give you another example of how this works in real life. A woman named Laura, another Gemini, had been living in a small town for most of her life. She had a good job, friends, and a comfortable lifestyle. But something always felt off. She couldn't quite put it into words, but she knew deep down that she wasn't in the right place. One day, she went on a trip to the coast. As soon as she arrived in the small beach town, she felt an overwhelming sense of calm and connection. It was unlike anything she had ever felt before. She wandered the streets, explored the beaches, and experienced a sense of peace she hadn't known was possible. For Laura, it wasn't just a vacation, it was a revelation. She immediately began looking for ways to move there permanently. Within a few months, she packed up her life and relocated. Her entire life changed after that. Her relationships deepened, her work became more meaningful, and she even found herself more creative and fulfilled. Her soul had been yearning for that place, and once she arrived, everything aligned. She found her purpose, her peace, and a deep sense of belonging. The transformation you're meant to experience. Now, Gemini, the divine calling that is being directed to you is not just about a physical move. It's about your spiritual, emotional, and professional transformation. This place is where you will experience the most profound shift in your life. This location is not just where you will live, it's where you will be reborn. When you arrive at this place, everything will start to align. Relationships that no longer serve you will naturally fade away. Whether they are toxic friendships or connections that hold you back, you will find that they start to dissolve. The universe will make space for the relationships that are meant for you, the ones that will support you and allow you to grow. In this place, you will meet people who are meant to be in your life, soul connections that resonate with your true self. Your career will take on new meaning. If you felt stuck in a job that doesn't inspire you, this is the place where your work will become more aligned with your passion. Whether you're meant to start a new business, join a creative community, or find a new way to express your talents, the opportunities will appear as if they were meant for you. Your work will feel less like a struggle and more like a natural extension of who you are. Most importantly, Gemini, your soul will feel alive in a way it never has before. This place is where your true purpose will become clear. You will feel a deep sense of alignment with the universe, and everything you've been longing for will begin to materialize. The divine plan that has been laid out for you will unfold before your eyes. Trusting the divine timing. Gemini, here's the key. You must trust the divine timing of this. The universe has been preparing you for this moment, and now it's time for you to act. The signs are already appearing in your life. Don't ignore them. Your soul is ready for this shift, and the universe is clearing the way. All you have to do is step forward in faith and trust that this new place will bring you exactly what you need to align with your higher purpose. This opportunity won't last forever. The divine window for this change is open, but it won't stay open indefinitely. Don't hesitate when you feel the pull to this place. Hesitation is the language of fear. Your intuition knows what's right. Follow that inner knowing and embrace the transformation that awaits you. Gate 2. The transformation awaits. How this new place will elevate your life. Gemini, now that you've felt the divine call and are aware of the shift in your spirit, it's time to understand what awaits you once you take that step. This new place isn't just a change of scenery, it's a catalyst for transformation. It's where your soul will experience profound healing, where everything you've been waiting for will come together in ways you never imagined. This place holds the energy that will elevate you to the next level of your life, your relationships, your work, and most importantly, your connection to yourself. In this section, we will explore how this new place will transform your life, not just in terms of your external circumstances, but in the most profound ways that impact your internal world. The divine has carefully designed this place to activate your soul's deepest potential. You may not see it right now, but as you step into this new phase, the change will be undeniable. A new energy awaits. When you first arrive at this new place, it will feel like an awakening. The energy here is unlike what you've experienced before. It's a fresh frequency that aligns with who you truly are, Gemini. It's as if you've been walking in someone else's shoes for so long, but now you are stepping into your own, and everything fits perfectly. It's not just a place, it's a vibration, a frequency that your soul recognizes as its true home. Think of it like the experience of finding a puzzle piece that you didn't even know was missing. Once you step into this new environment, you will feel an inner peace wash over you. There will be no more struggle, no more dissonance. It will feel like you're finally living in sync with your own rhythm, as if the universe has cleared all the obstacles that stood in your way. Consider the example of Sarah, a Gemini woman who moved to a new city after years of feeling disconnected from her true self. Sarah had spent years in a job that drained her energy and in relationships that left her feeling depleted. She constantly felt like she wasn't in the right place, and no matter how much she tried to make it work, something inside her told her it wasn't her true home. One day, Sarah took a leap of faith. She decided to move to a city that had been calling to her for years, even though she didn't have everything figured out. When she arrived, everything changed. The first morning she woke up in the new city, she felt a deep sense of peace that she hadn't experienced in years. It was as if the very air there spoke to her soul. Her work became more aligned with her purpose, and she quickly found herself surrounded by people who supported her growth. She began to feel more vibrant, energized, and aligned with her passions. Sarah's move was not just a geographical one. It was a spiritual homecoming that awakened parts of her that had been dormant for too long. This is exactly what will happen when you step into your divine place, Gemini. The energy of this place will match the energy of your soul, and you will feel more alive than ever. The weight of uncertainty and stagnation will melt away, and you will finally be able to breathe deeply, knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. The awakening of gifts and talents. In this new place, you will discover parts of yourself that you never knew existed, gifts, talents, and abilities that have been dormant within you, waiting for the right moment to emerge. Often, when we are in the wrong environment, we suppress our true potential because the energy around us doesn't support our growth. But once you are in the right place, those gifts will awaken naturally, almost effortlessly. Imagine for a moment that you are a musician who has been playing your instrument, but you've always been in an environment that doesn't allow your music to flow freely. The notes are there, the melodies are inside you, but something has been blocking them. Once you move to this new place, it will be like the dam has broken, and the music will pour out of you in ways you couldn't have imagined. Take, for example, a man named Leo, a Gemini who had always dreamed of becoming a writer but had never felt the confidence or inspiration to pursue his passion. He had spent years working a job that didn't fulfill him, and the more he stayed in his routine, the more disconnected he felt from his creative side. But when Leo moved to a new town, one that was rich in history, culture, and nature, his creativity came alive. The peaceful surroundings, the new people he met, and the vibrant energy of the town sparked his imagination. He began writing again, something he hadn't done in years, and it felt as if he was channeling something greater than himself. Within months, he had written his first novel, and the inspiration he once thought was lost had returned in full force. This story mirrors what will happen when you arrive at your destined place, Gemini. The place will unlock gifts within you that you didn't even know you had. Whether it's creative talents, healing abilities, or skills that align with your soul's purpose, this place is the fertile ground where those abilities will flourish. The people who are meant for you. One of the most profound transformations you will experience in this new place is the people you will meet. Relationships will shift, Gemini. Toxic connections that have drained you will naturally fade away, and in their place, you will find genuine, soul-aligned relationships. These will not just be friendships. They will be connections with people who reflect your true self, who challenge you to grow, and who support you in your highest purpose. You may meet people who become lifelong friends, mentors, or even romantic partners. These relationships will feel different. They will feel like home, and you will know instantly that they are part of your divine journey. These individuals will mirror the best parts of yourself, encouraging you to rise to your potential and to step into the fullest version of who you are. Think of a woman named Clara, another Gemini, who had spent years in an emotionally draining relationship. She felt alone, disconnected, and unable to express her true self. But when she moved to a new place, everything changed. The moment she arrived, she met a group of like-minded individuals who shared her passions and vision for the future. It wasn't long before she formed deep, meaningful friendships that nourished her soul. Clara's relationships went from being shallow and draining to being deeply fulfilling and empowering. These new friends supported her growth, and through them, she discovered more about herself than she had ever known. This is the kind of transformation that awaits you, Gemini. The people you meet in this new place will open your heart, expand your horizons, and help you become the person you were always meant to be. You will no longer feel alone or disconnected, but supported by a community that sees and appreciates your unique gifts. A new alignment with your purpose. Finally, Gemini, the most profound transformation will come in the form of your purpose. This place will align you with your soul's mission in ways you never expected. Your work, your passions, and your relationships will all begin to reflect your deepest purpose. You will no longer feel like you are forcing yourself to fit into a life that doesn't suit you. Instead, everything will start to fall into place. The work you do in this place will feel meaningful and fulfilling. Whether you choose to start a new career, pursue a lifelong passion, or use your gifts to help others, the opportunities will unfold naturally. You will feel that what you're doing aligns with your soul's true calling, and every step you take will be guided by a deep sense of purpose. This is the gift that this new place brings, Gemini. It's not just a physical relocation, it's a spiritual homecoming, where everything in your life will align with the highest expression of who you are. Your work will feel less like a struggle and more like a manifestation of your soul's calling. The relationships you form will reflect your values, and the energy of the place will support your growth and transformation in ways you could never have imagined. ChatGPT said, Gate 3, embracing the divine flow, the miracles and opportunities awaiting you. Gemini, as you prepare to move toward this new place, you might still be feeling a mix of excitement and fear. It's only natural to question what lies ahead, especially when the divine call is so powerful and transformative. But let me tell you something. Once you step into the flow of this divine plan, the miracles that await you will be beyond what you ever imagined. The universe will begin conspiring in your favor, and things that once seemed impossible will suddenly be within reach. You are about to experience a period of profound alignment, an era where you are living in harmony with your soul's purpose, and the world will reflect that back to you. This isn't just about change. It's about stepping into a divine flow, a stream of energy that will carry you to places you never thought possible. Once you make that decision to trust the divine plan, to follow your heart and walk through that door, the universe will respond. And the synchronicities that follow will be impossible to ignore. You'll find yourself in situations where everything just clicks, where opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere, and where doors open without you having to force them. This is the magic of aligning with your higher purpose, Gemini. It's the power of stepping into the right place at the right time. The magnification of miracles. When you step into this divine flow, Gemini, prepare for miracles. Yes, I'm talking about miracles. Those moments where you find yourself at the right place at the right time, encountering people who seem to appear out of nowhere with the exact knowledge or resources you need. Imagine this. You've been struggling with a decision or problem, and in the blink of an eye, the perfect person appears to offer you a solution. You might be drawn into a conversation, or an event happens that leads you to the exact answer you've been seeking. I remember hearing the story of another Gemini named Lucas, who had long felt out of place in his current environment. He was frustrated with his career and his stagnant personal life. One day, he decided to take a trip to a small town on the coast, a place that had been calling to him for years. He had no plan. He simply followed an impulse. Within a few days of arriving, he met a group of people who were working on a project that matched exactly what he had been wanting to do. One conversation led to another, and before he knew it, Lucas was offered a job opportunity that felt like a dream come true. He had no idea that just by being in the right place, divine opportunities would unfold effortlessly. These kinds of miracles, Gemini, are what will happen when you move into the place God has destined for you. The universe will open doors that were once closed, and the miracles will align in such a way that you will see the clear path ahead of you. It won't be a struggle, it will be a natural unfolding, as if everything has been set in motion just for you. The divine timing, perfect synchronization. The power of divine timing is something you'll begin to witness firsthand, Gemini. When you arrive in this place, everything will feel right. You won't need to force things or try to make them happen. Instead, the universe will begin working with you, syncing up events in ways that you could never have predicted. The perfect people will come into your life at just the right moment. The perfect opportunities will appear when you need them, and even the obstacles you once feared will dissolve with surprising ease. For example, a woman named Tessa, another Gemini, had spent years trying to find her way in the world. She had tried multiple careers, but none of them felt aligned with her true purpose. Then, she moved to a city that had always intrigued her, a place she had felt drawn to for years. She didn't know anyone there and had no job lined up, but she felt like it was time to take the leap. Within a week of her arrival, she ran into an old friend at a cafe. This friend, who had started a non-profit organization, was looking for someone with Tessa's exact skills. What seemed like a random encounter turned into the opportunity that changed Tessa's life. It was the perfect synchronicity, the kind of moment that makes you realize that the universe has been aligning everything for you all along. This, Gemini, is the kind of divine flow you will experience once you step into your destined place. The opportunities will come to you, and the timing will be impeccable. All you need to do is trust that the universe is guiding you, and allow yourself to be open to the miracles that are ready to unfold. Aligning with your soul's purpose. Once you arrive at your divine place, you will feel something shift within you, a profound alignment with your soul's purpose. You will understand why all the other pieces of your life had to fall into place before you could move forward. In this new environment, you will begin to experience the full spectrum of your potential, and you'll be able to express your true self in ways that were previously held back by fear, doubt, or external circumstances. Take the example of Emma, a Gemini who had always felt like her career and her personal life were disconnected. She had a passion for helping others but had been stuck in a corporate job that didn't fulfill her. When she moved to a new place, a city with a rich history of social activism, she found herself in the middle of a community of people who shared her values and dreams. This new environment ignited something within her, a deep, inner knowing that she was meant to serve others in a more meaningful way. Within a few months, Emma started a nonprofit organization focused on social justice, and her career transformed from one of dissatisfaction to one of passion and purpose. This is the kind of transformation waiting for you, Gemini. The place you are being called to will help you align with your true purpose, whether it's in your career, your relationships, or your personal growth. You will step into the life that was always meant for you, and it will feel effortless. The life you have always dreamed of will unfold before you as you embrace your destiny and allow yourself to fully be who you were meant to be. The healing power of this place. It's not just about the external opportunities that will manifest, Gemini. It's also about the healing that will take place within you. Many Geminis feel a sense of disconnection, a longing to belong, or a struggle with internal balance. The place that God has chosen for you will act as a powerful healing space, one where you'll be able to reconnect with your true self. Your spirit will be nourished by the energy of this new environment, and the burdens you've carried for so long will begin to lift. Imagine the peace that will settle over you once you step into the right place, the calm that will replace the constant agitation of feeling out of sync. The healing will come in many forms, through the people you meet, the work you do, and the very energy of the place itself. You will feel more aligned, more centered, and more connected to your higher purpose than ever before. Gate 4. The courage to take the leap. Embracing the divine calling. Gemini, as we move toward the final phase of this journey, it's time to address the most important aspect of all, the courage to take the leap. You've felt the divine call, you've recognized the signs, and you understand the transformations awaiting you in this new place. Now it's time to act. The divine timing is right, and the door is wide open, but it is up to you to walk through it. Making a big change, especially one that requires leaving behind the familiar, is never easy. It's natural to feel a sense of hesitation or fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, or fear of leaving behind the comfort of what you know. But, Gemini, this is where your true strength lies. You are a mutable sign, adaptable and versatile. You are the one who can embrace change with grace and find your way in any new environment. Taking this leap is about trusting in the plan that has been laid out for you and having faith in your ability to handle whatever comes next. Remember, this is not just a physical move. This is a spiritual transition, one that aligns you with your soul's purpose and brings you closer to the life you've always been meant to lead. The universe has already begun clearing the path for you. All you need to do now is trust the process and take that first step forward. Trusting your intuition. You've been guided to this point, Gemini. The internal restlessness you've been feeling, the desire for change, and the sense that something is missing, these are all signs that your intuition is speaking to you. Your inner compass is pointing you toward this new place, and you've already begun to recognize the synchronicities in your life. The question now is, can you trust what you're feeling? For many, this is the hardest part, the leap of faith. Let me tell you about Alex, a Gemini who faced this same challenge. Alex had spent years in a comfortable but unfulfilling job in a city that never quite felt like home. He felt the tug of something greater, a pull to move to a different country where he could pursue his dream of starting a creative business. But the fear of leaving behind everything he knew, his job, his friends, his comfort, held him back for a long time. One day, after months of hesitating, Alex decided to take a leap of faith. He left his job, packed his bags, and moved to the country that had always called to him. The moment he arrived, everything changed. He quickly found a community of like-minded individuals who shared his vision. Within weeks, he started his business, and within months, it began to thrive. What Alex learned in the process was that trusting his intuition and taking the leap was the key to unlocking everything he had dreamed of. The opportunities, the connections, and the fulfillment he found in that new place were all part of the divine plan that had been waiting for him. This is exactly the kind of transformation that awaits you, Gemini. Your intuition has been guiding you to this moment, and the universe is aligning everything to support your journey. The leap of faith you need to take is the one that will bring you closer to your true purpose and open the door to a life of deeper fulfillment. Trust that your inner compass knows the way. Trust that the divine plan is unfolding perfectly. Overcoming fear and doubt. Fear is often the greatest obstacle when it comes to making big changes, Gemini. You may fear that you're not ready or that you won't succeed. You may doubt yourself, thinking, what if it doesn't work out? What if I fail? But let me remind you that you were chosen for this journey because you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. The fears you feel are natural. They're simply the ego trying to keep you safe in the familiar. But remember, growth happens when we step outside of our comfort zones. Consider the story of Maya, another Gemini who faced her own fears before making a life-changing move. Maya had always felt like she was meant to be an artist, but she had spent years working in a corporate job that didn't satisfy her. She knew that in order to live authentically, she would need to take the leap and move to an art community that resonated with her soul. But the fear of leaving behind the security of her job and the life she knew held her back. After months of inner conflict, Maya finally made the decision to move. She left her corporate job and moved to the art community she had dreamed of. At first, the transition wasn't easy. She had to adjust to a new environment, and there were moments of doubt. But soon, Maya found her rhythm. She met other artists who inspired her, and her own creative work flourished. She learned that the fear she had been carrying was just an illusion, a barrier that she had placed on herself. Once she took the leap, the universe provided everything she needed to thrive. Like Maya, you too can overcome your fears, Gemini. The unknown can feel daunting, but remember that it is the unknown that holds the greatest potential for growth. The life you've been dreaming of is waiting for you on the other side of fear. And once you step through that door, you will find that everything falls into place effortlessly. The rewards of taking the leap. When you take the leap, Gemini, you will be rewarded in ways that go beyond what you can imagine. The divine plan for your life is not just about finding a new place. It's about rediscovering your true self. It's about stepping into your power and purpose in a way that will bring you peace, fulfillment, and abundance. This new place will be the backdrop for the next chapter of your life, a chapter where you are fully aligned with your soul's mission. The rewards of this leap are not just external. You will experience internal growth, a deeper sense of peace, and a renewed connection to your purpose. This place will be where you find true harmony within yourself, where your soul feels at home, and where everything begins to flow naturally. The people you meet, the opportunities that arise, and the transformations you undergo will all align perfectly with who you are meant to be. Think of it as the final piece of the puzzle, Gemini. Everything in your life has led you to this point, and now it's time to trust the process and take that leap. The universe is preparing the way, and when you make the decision to follow your intuition, you will find that all of creation conspires to support your journey. The first step is faith. The first step in this journey is faith. Faith in the divine plan, faith in yourself, and faith that everything will unfold as it should. Once you make the decision to take that leap, the universe will respond. You will begin to see the synchronicities, the opportunities, and the connections that align with your soul's purpose. And while the leap may seem daunting at first, you will find that it is the key to unlocking everything you've always wanted. Gemini, this is your time. The divine calling is real, and it's waiting for you to take the first step. Trust the process, trust yourself, and step into the flow of the universe. The life you've been waiting for is just on the other side of that leap. Conclusion: stepping into the life you were meant to live. Gemini, now that you've felt the divine calling, recognized the signs, and understood the powerful transformations waiting for you, it's time to reflect on the journey ahead. You stand at the threshold of a new beginning, a moment where everything you've been waiting for is finally within reach. The new place, the new life, the new purpose, it's all unfolding in front of you. The only question that remains is, will you take the leap? As you step into this new chapter, you will feel a sense of peace and clarity that you haven't known before. You may not know exactly what lies ahead, but that's part of the beauty of it. You are stepping into a space that is aligned with your highest purpose, where everything that once seemed uncertain or out of place will finally come together. This is not just a physical move. It is a spiritual homecoming, a reconnection with your soul's deepest desires and divine plan. You've been carrying the weight of uncertainty for so long, Gemini. You felt that something was missing, and now you know that the missing piece is not a thing, but a place that resonates with your spirit and aligns with who you truly are. Once you arrive, you will feel it. You will know that you are exactly where you are meant to be. It's as if you've come home after a long journey, and your soul will finally be at peace. Embrace your true potential. The transformation that awaits you is beyond what you can imagine. You've only scratched the surface of your potential, Gemini. The place you're being called to is where your true gifts and talents will unfold. It's where your work, your relationships, and your purpose will align in ways that bring you joy and fulfillment. You will be able to express yourself fully, without hesitation or fear, and the world will respond in kind. You will begin to feel a sense of freedom that comes from living authentically. The relationships you form will reflect your true self, and you will attract opportunities that support your growth and happiness. This new place is where your soul will thrive, where you will finally be able to create the life you've always dreamed of. Trust in the divine timing. Remember, Gemini, that this opportunity is a gift, a blessing from the universe that has been set in motion just for you. The timing is perfect, and the divine plan is unfolding exactly as it should. The signs you've received are not coincidences. They are the universe's way of guiding you toward the life you were always meant to live. Trust in this timing, trust in the process, and trust that everything is aligning for you. As you prepare to make this leap, remember that fear and doubt are natural, but they are also illusions. They are the ego trying to hold you back from stepping into your greatness. You were chosen for this journey because you are ready. Your intuition has already been guiding you to this moment, and the universe is ready to support you in every way. All you need to do is take that first step with faith, and the rest will fall into place. The rewards of taking the leap. Once you take the leap, Gemini, you will be rewarded with more than just a new place to live. You will be rewarded with a new identity, a new purpose, and a renewed sense of self. The transformation you will undergo will affect every area of your life, from your career to your relationships to your personal growth. The place you are being called to is not just a change of address. It is the key to unlocking your fullest potential. You will find that everything falls into place effortlessly. Opportunities will arise that you never thought possible, and you will feel more aligned with your soul's mission than ever before. The life you have always dreamed of will be waiting for you when you step into this new space. This is your chance to create a life of abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Moving forward with confidence. Gemini, the journey ahead may feel uncertain at times, but you are not alone. The universe is guiding you every step of the way. The place you are meant to be is already waiting for you, and once you step into it, everything will shift. You will finally feel the peace and harmony you've been searching for. Your relationships will improve, your career will flourish, and you will experience a deep sense of fulfillment in all aspects of your life. Remember, this is your time. The divine plan is unfolding for you, and all you need to do is trust it. You are stepping into a new era of your life, one where your soul is aligned with its true purpose. Take that leap, Gemini. Trust the process. The life you've always dreamed of is waiting for you.